Hi ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. So I'm starting a new character now. This character is to cover some stuff that I felt I should have done in the previous Neve Farseer build, but sadly omitted. But also to redo some stuff already done, to see if I have improved or can improve on my earlier work. Before we go to Riverwood, this is just a quick introduction to the character and what I hope to do with her in this series. I don't know if any of you remember that I mentioned when I first started this channel, the whole idea was to learn about video editing, and I chose Skyrim as I hadn't played it before and there was a good deal on Steam, so I thought, hey, why not? And despite it being, what, 6 odd years old, I absolutely love the game, hence so many videos coming out. The only problem with that is I'm concentrating more on the game than actually learning the video editing, so I'm kind of trying to get a right balance here. Anyway, this character is Neve Farseer. She'll be a similar build to the previous character, e.g. a stealthy mage assassin with high conjuration and illusion skills. She's a Breton, so I'll be making sure magic resistance is topped out. I'll be continuing with my other build as well, as she's already involved in certain storylines and quest lines, etc. And I've put so much work into her, and she's going to a higher level now. And so what I was thinking was doing is actually maybe live streaming, say for example the Thieves Guild with Neve Farseer, as I've already done the actual walkthroughs on the previous build, but I thought that'd be quite a good idea, just to bash through some live streams with this character on stuff that I've already done. So that'd be interesting. Using relatively few mods, some for visuals, definitely modding the Skyrim homes and adding new homes. My horses don't die but will run away from a fight, and I have a hell of a job trying to find them after they run away. And I have a mod that allows me to smith mage clothes at whatever smithing level I'm at. Usually I stick at light steel armour, as I can reach the armour cap with that relatively easy. I definitely don't do or agree with god mods, don't see the point of that. And I've also got a mod where I can have whatever kind of ascetic armour I like at whatever level I am. So essentially that's the only mods I'm going to be using. I've already done the Leaving Helgen Keep video. I know it's in my old style with captions, but it gives you all the detailed info you need for maximising your escape from Helgen down to Riverwood, and also maxing your time in Riverwood and also Embershard Mine before you move on. So I won't show that in these videos, but what I will do is I'll leave the links below. These first few videos will be concentrating more on getting from Riverwood to becoming a Thane of Whiterun at a very early stage. So please take note of the videos I leave in the descriptions. They'll be of great help to you for a decent start to the game, where these probably won't. I also want to go in a direction that I've always meant to go in but never got around to, and that's to wipe out the Dark Brotherhood and join the Legion in the Civil War. Hence I joined up with Hadvar in Helgen, so that's going to be really interesting for me anyway. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this series with Neve Farseer, and I would really appreciate any feedback on my videos, good or bad. I mean, you can do what you like, it's your life. But, you know, if you'd rather than say, oi, you muckcack, tell me why I'm muckcack. All feedback's good, whether, you know, it's bad or good. So, anyway, let's crack on. So now we're at Riverwood. We've got a few things to do to progress things further. First thing we've got to do is find Hadvar's uncle Alva, who's a blacksmith of Riverwood. Now, if you actually leave Helgen with Ralof, you'll become friendly with Gerda, his sister in Riverwood. It doesn't really make a great deal of difference. Anyway, let's go through a dialogue with Alva.
I need your help. We need your help.
And you get loads of free stuff from either Gerda or Alva, actually. You probably actually get more stuff from Gerda, I imagine. But it's nothing to write home about. Probably a good idea to hotkey your healing potions and magicka potions at this level. Especially if you're an idiot like me and just wearing mage clothes because you have no armour or protection at all. Anyway, go through the dialogue with Alva. He's going to ask you to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun. And this essentially starts you on the way to becoming the Thane of Whiterun, which is the purpose of
Help
these
yourself
videos.
to whatever you need, within reason.
I hate the way the dialogue goes in this. I keep on clicking the wrong
You'll
one.
see it just past the falls. When you get to Whiterun, just keep going up. When you get to the top of the hill, you're at Dragon's Reach, the Jarl's palace. Jarl Balgruuf, he rules Whiterun Hold.
And you can ask him bits and bobs and information of what you want to pick up. And as I've always said in all my videos, I reckon it's worth going through the dialogue. It kind of gives the story a bit of depth.
He's managed to stay out of the war. I'm afraid it can't last, though. I don't think he likes.
And essentially, the Jarl is trying to stay out of the civil war as much as possible.
But I've no doubt he'll prove loyal to the Empire in the end.
It's probably one of the reasons why I want to go on the side of the Imperials, actually.
Of course, Skyrim has always been part of the Empire. That doesn't mean I support everything.
Well, his nephew's an Imperial soldier, so I guess he is supporting the Empire.
Fair weather friends.
Okay, now you've got the option to join the Legion. You can still join the Stormcloaks, or if you leave Ralof, you can still join the Legion. It doesn't really affect you. Anyway, a couple of other things we want to do before we head off. Now what I'm trying to do is find Faendal. Now you guys don't have to do this. I always do because I want to follow her straight away while I'm still weak. And also he's an archery instructor. Now all my builds go quite heavily on archery, so for me it's quite important to meet this guy early on.
So he says. Occasionally he finds time to do his job here at the mill. Thinks his ballads and sonnets are going to convince Camilla Valerius to marry him.
Now I have to do this little radiant quest for him, so he will become your follower, and once he's your follower he will then train you. You hope? You don't sound very sure.
I've been thinking. Maybe Camilla needs a little help seeing Sven for what he is. Could you?
He's a bit snide, our
Faendal. I think I've matched that Nord's lack of cleverness perfectly.
And once you've done this, Sven will hate you, by the way. It doesn't really make a huge amount of difference, but
Good day.
you know.
Here for work? Get an axe.
So off we go to the Riverwood trader.
Well, one of us has to do something.
I said no. No adventures, no theatrics.
Now
no
give Camilla the letter from
Maybe you could talk
Faendal.
some sense into my pig-headed brother.
I have a letter for you from Sven.
Another poem, I bet. He does know how to make a girl blush.
I guess that makes us a bit
That's
snidey as well.
If
I
that oaf
think.
thinks all I'm going to do is stay in that filthy house of his and clean, You can tell Sven that he already has a mother. I'm not speaking to him anymore. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Now off we go and speak to Faendal. I'm not showing you all the trading I'm doing. Again, I've shown you in the previous videos, so this is really purely about becoming the Thane of Whiterun. But we go through this process to get there. That's Sven. He's not a fan now. Here's a funny thing as well. Sven's sitting beside Faendal, who's just stitched him up.
Hard not to.
Tell me as soon as you've given Camilla the letter.
I don't think Camilla will be spending any more time with Sven.
Some gold I've saved up from working at the mill.
I guess you don't have potatoes in your ears after all. Just make sure we get a fresh batch in soon.
Now, what you can do is you can trade with him, and you can take his key. Once you've done that, you can go to his house and effectively empty it and sell the stuff. And all this goes towards paying for archery. And obviously I've done a bit of trading already, but there you go. Oh, one thing I didn't mention, on the way down to Riverwood, what I actually did was I went hunting, and that really increased my archery skills as well.
Certainly.
I'll be sure to put it to good use.
And there we go. We'll nick his key so we can rob him blind.
Until then.
Okay, let's head off to Whiterun. Now it's quite a long old journey at night. You're going to come across quite a few walls, so be prepared for that. Eventually you get there. Now when you do, look for a windmill. And you'll find, I think it's Pegulia's farm. Pegulia, something like that anyway. You can see it just in the distance there. And you're going to see some people fighting a giant. Now hop in and just start pelting him with arrows. This really helps your archery. Now make sure you don't hit any companions. I did this by accident and they killed me straight away. Forgot about the giant, just killed me. Pelagia, there you go, Pelagia's farm. And I've run out of arrows. Just be careful when you're doing this. And job done. And get some of the arrows back.
Hello, friend. You handle yourself well. You could make for a decent shield sister.
Ayla, probably the prettiest
An
NPC in the
outsider,
game.
eh? Never heard of the
And what's the
Companions?
shield sister?
An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough.
Can I join you?
Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Kodlak Whitemane up in Jorvaskar. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck.
Okay, that can give you a place to stay straight away. So anyway, we run up all the way up into Whiterun. There's a carriage for taking you to all the cities in Skyrim. The cost of that is about between 20 and 50, 20 or 50 gold. Yeah, unfortunately when you first start the game there's a lot of running around. I will show you how to get a free horse in the next few videos, which should make life a lot easier. And here we are at the main gate.
Halt! City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only. Fine.
I have news from Helgen.
Keeping an eye on you.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride? Ask Laura and Raven.
I'm afraid there's no workaround away from this running around at the moment. But it does get easier.
Give me your money.
Everything you discovered you can fast travel to.
Give me 5 seconds right now. Or I'm gonna bloody
And here we are at last.
from Helgen is true. Well,
What would you
What's
have
the
to
meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgruuf is not receiving visitors.
This is no time for rash action.
I have news from Helgen about the dragon attack.
I just...
Well, that explains why the guards let you
Who's
in.
this then?
Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes?
Yes, I had a great view while the Imperials are trying to cut off my head.
Forthright about your criminal past. But it's none of my concern who the Imperials want to execute. Especially now. What I want to know is, what exactly happened at Helgen?
The Imperials are about to execute Ulfric Stormcloak. Then the dragon attacked.
I should have guessed Ulfric would be mixed up in this. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls? Against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
The Jarl of Falkreath will view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's...
Oh, let's take the hood off. Spend so much time creating your characters and then covering them up.
Hide and attack him.
There you go. A hot little redhead.
I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service. I won't forget it. Take this as a small token of my esteem.
Okay, I'll call it a day on this video. This is part 1. There's going to be 3 parts to becoming Thane of Whiterun. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy this new character actually. It should be quite a lot of fun. Anyway, if you did, please leave a like, and as I said before, leave a comment and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys later.